I got whacked on.
I love that he says, I got whacked. It's like a mob hit.
I mean, honestly, it was.
This is the Great American Whiskey Cookers. What do you do if after spending years building a distillery and getting it running, you finally take that much-needed vacation? But on your return, your partners effectively execute a mob hit. Well, if you're Zac Triemert, you dust yourself off and you start it all over again, and this time, you build it even better. That's how Brickway Distillery came about in Omaha, Nebraska. But the story wasn't over for the original distillery, Cut Spike Distillery, and Zac Triemert. It's almost like a phoenix rising from the ashes. This is a story you have got to hear. Welcome to this episode of the Great American Whiskey Cookers. We are here in La Vista, Nebraska, and I'm at Cut Spike Distillery. I'm talking with Zac Triemert, who's the founder and head distiller here at Cut Spike, and we're going to get into his origin story of how he got to whiskey and everything about it. So let's start at the very beginning, Zac. Why did you decide to make whiskey here?
Well, it's a fairly long story, so you're gonna have to hang in there with me, Jeff.
I got some whiskey. I'm good to go.
Perfect. It all started in college.
College. Okay, so we're going back a ways.
We're going backwards. We're going to the way back machine.
Okay.
So I was pre-med, and the brewmaster for G. Howland Brewing Company came into our microbiology club and showed me what else I could do with my degree. I said, I'm doing that.
Why wouldn't you? I mean,
right?
Pre-med, blood, guts, or
Right?
whiskey.
Exactly. And
Okay.
I can tell you my mother was disappointed. But this is a true story. She got over when I started making vodka.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah. So,
The distillery's got to make money.
a few years in between there, but that's where my brain shift happened.
Okay.
And but when I graduated college, there was only 800 breweries in this country.
Right.
And I couldn't find a brewing job to save my life. So I worked as a microbiologist for Cargill for 6 years, and they were moving me from city to city to city. I planned to be in Omaha, Nebraska for 2 years. It's now been 26. So there's something about Omaha that just grabs you and hugs you. And
Well, you know, we're in the heart of the Midwest.
Yeah.
How can you not, and once you get here and you experience it, it's a thing.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
Omaha's flyover country.
It
and
is.
Once people get here, they're like, oh, this is actually really cool.
Right.
So I love when people come visit us.
All right. So you decided.
Decided to do it. I was kind of working as a microbiologist on the corporate train, growing up, coming up the ladder, and my dad got sick with pancreatic cancer.
Oh, that sucks.
And it did suck. And so I used FMLA to move back to Minneapolis to do his hospice care. And this was the real deal. I was doing his IVs. I was managing his pain. I needed a blocked bowel, so if he ate a popsicle, I had to suck that popsicle out of his stomach.
Oh my God.
It was the most beautiful and tragic thing I'd ever been through. So at Christmas that year, I did a home brew in his honor. It's called Jerry's Pale Ale. And I gave everyone in the family 2 bottles, one to drink and one to save. And I gave a little speech. Some people laughed, some people cried. But I realized I changed the experience with that beer.
Oh yeah.
And that's when I knew I had to jump off this corporate train, take a risk, and get into this beverage industry. And I did just that. I became head brewer at a local brew pub here in Omaha, and just was having a ball. And that's when I was introduced to this beautiful brown liquor called whiskey.
Yeah.
And there were no distillers in Nebraska, and I wanted to start Nebraska's first distillery. But the barrier to entry to get into brewing versus distilling are totally different.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do it right. So that's why I decided to take a leap, and I moved over to Scotland. Harry Watt University is the only place in the world you can get a double master's of brewing and distilling at the same time.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you went all the way to Scotland. You flew across the pond.
Yep.
And spent time back in school.
Yep.
And got a degree in
A
distilling.
master's degree in distilling. So I did it right. This isn't like a hobby gone wild.
Right.
And the cool part about that program is there were 27 people from 13 different countries that were in the program, and they were all there to learn how to make beer. I was already a commercial brewer. I was there to learn how to make whiskey,
Love it.
right? And so I got the university distillery to myself for the entire year.
Oh my God.
It was great. I got to do all kinds of R&D, and what's behind me was my master's thesis. When I got back to Nebraska, there were still prohibition laws on the books, and so I had to write legislation and pass it through the Nebraska legislature to be able to start this.
So you couldn't even get a license to distill in Nebraska?
Nope.
Gotcha.
And so I hit the easy button on this. I took the craft brewing bill that was passed in like 1988, and I took out the word brewing and inserted the word distilling. That's the easy button.
Yeah.
And so then I had to start calling state senators. Never done that before. I was kind of intimidated, but it took me 3 phone calls in under 30 minutes to get a yes to find a state senator to introduce my bill.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was great. So we went to general affairs, and speaking as proponent, I talked about how we increase excise taxes, increase jobs, increase Nebraska agriculture.
Yeah.
It went through unanimously. And so in 2007, Dave Heineman signed the craft distilling bill into law in Nebraska and allowed me to start this place.
Fantastic. So changing the law and getting it so you can actually have a distillery.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so you get that done. Now you're ready to start the distillery.
Yep.
Right? You got your master's degree. You've done the research. You've done the science. You've got the bill passed. You get a license. So you start here, right?
Start here, built this business in 2008. Actually sold our first beer in 2008. I mean, I was ready to go once that bill was signed.
So did you start making beer and whiskey at the same time?
At the same time.
So you're generating cash flow right from the get-go.
I really just wanted to start a distillery, but I needed the cash flow from beer.
Yeah.
And Lucky Bucket turned out great. We grew Lucky Bucket from 0 to the biggest brewery in the state in under 4 years.
Holy cow.
So, and I did it with 2 friends of mine that I gave equity to for free, as I'm that generous of a guy.
That's a really nice guy.
I know.
Hang on.
Don't do that. And so, literally, me and one of those friends ground it out for 4 years to make this happen because we still couldn't afford, labor, and this is not exaggerating, 100-hour weeks for years. It was a grind.
Now, are you distilling and brewing at the same time?
Yes.
Oh my God. So let's take a pause here. What kind of cash investment are we talking about? I mean, because a lot of times when we talk to distillers, we're talking about just the cash investment or the monetary investment for the distillery side, but you're doing brewery at the same time. So if you're open to it, what are we talking about money-wise?
My initial investment that started in 2007 to open in 2008 was $2.2 million.
Goodness.
So not chump change.
Not chump change.
No.
And did you get a loan from the bank? Is that what you did?
Half loan, half equity.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So 2.2 million in, sunken costs, right?
Yep.
Grinding out 100-hour weeks.
Yep.
You and a friend.
Yep.
And you're pushing out beer, generating cash flow. You're distilling, and you're putting the barrels away.
Yep.
Right. And you're waiting.
We're being patient.
Being patient like a distiller needs to be.
Yep.
All right. So then what happens?
Well, one of those friends, that guy never showed up. Like, he just wasn't here. And so I was working on a plan to buy back his equity. Even though I gave it to him for free, I had to buy back his equity. And I went on my first vacation in 4 years, had just a wonderful time away. And the day I got back, he was in this building. I was like, huh, that's weird, but cool. He must be here to give me a path to buy him out.
Right.
He's like, well, I'd like to make it a formal meeting, but our bylaws say we have to either wait 10 days or vote unanimously to have the meeting today. Like, let's have that meeting today.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. He's like, yeah, I think we should too. And my partner, who was on the ground with me the whole time, did one of these. I was like, well, that's weird. And he's like, okay, we've unanimously voted. We vote you out. We need your computer and your keys, and we have 3 Sarpy County police officers here to escort you out of the building.
Get the out of town.
Swear to God. Swear to God.
So you got back from vacation.
Yeah.
And you're voted out.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Monetarily, how does that work? I mean, you're on the loan, right?
Yep.
They are too.
Yep.
How do they just take you off the loan?
Well, that took time. I wasn't off the loan, but they basically, the way the bylaws set up, 2 guys could take out a third. And I didn't realize that, as I was a young business person, a little naive, I mean, a guy who gives equity to people for free.
Yeah.
We were growing so fast, so I was just selling my own equities so we could keep growing because banks weren't lending in 2009.
No. This got stolen from you. Where we're standing,
Yes.
which is Lucky Bucket Brewing, Cut Spike Distilling,
Yep.
basically got stolen from you while you're on vacation.
Yes.
They conspired, put together their plan. They had planned to take this from you the day you got back.
Yeah. It was brutal.
Some friends they are.
Cutthroat.
And, oh my gosh.
The guy on the ground with me, I'm pretty sure like he didn't love the idea. I don't think his heart was in it, but I did have the biggest salary, and so that would save some cash. And
Sure.
and yeah, I never really, got word of what really happened. But
Okay, so then they take it away from you. Yeah, what do you do?
I started building decks for people to cash flow my life because I knew I put every dollar I had into this place. I knew I was poor.
Yeah.
And so started building decks, cash flow, then started consulting for others who were building breweries and distilleries around the country, and then started my own business plan to build a new brewery and distillery. And you know what's cool about that, Jeff? I got to do a 2.0 to do all the things that worked well and do them again,
Yeah.
and change things that I didn't think worked as well and do them better.
Okay.
And, one big glaring thing, we're out here in La Vista in this industrial park
Yeah.
where there's more semis than there are people.
Right.
There's no walk-in traffic. So I built Brickway downtown in the heart of the old market, brick-lined streets.
Foot traffic galore, people shopping, walk-in traffic.
Yep.
So, because I noticed you have a tasting room here.
We do.
But you're not going to get a lot of walk-in traffic.
No,
just to do
people-
a tasting.
People have to know they're coming here.
Right.
No.
Okay. That makes sense.
We've been here for 18 years almost, so people do come.
Yeah.
But yes, there's no, let's just swing into there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you build in downtown Omaha, in the old market area, you said?
Yep.
Right? And you start Brickway.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
So I got whacked on.
I love that he says, I got whacked. It's like a mob hit.
Honestly, it was. Got whacked on May 31st of 2012, and I had the ribbon cutting at Brickway December 13th, 2013. That's a pretty good turnaround.
That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah. Well, first, I sold my equity for Lucky Bucket to a third party, not to those two guys.
Right.
Them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that guy became the largest shareholder of Lucky Bucket. And then he was willing to take my place on the loan here.
Okay, so
that's how I got off. Our first single malts came out at 2 years, and it was too soon.
Sure.
But, cash flow.
Cash flow.
And I did have a bourbon, and I bought the bourbon for MGP.
Yep.
And I called it Mostly Honest Bourbon. And on the back of the bottle, it said, "We didn't make this."
So you're transparent about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, it is. And I'm okay with that. So you start Brickway, you start selling whiskey, right? How do we end up back here in La Vista?
So,
Or am I jumping too far?
not far. I would just say that it was fun because one thing that I made sure to do when I was growing Brickway is to not think about this place. I wasn't doing it for revenge. I wasn't going out to trying to beat them, because that puts your brain in the wrong spot.
It does.
I just went out and did me.
Yeah.
And it was fun because I quickly grew Brickway into the biggest distillery in the state. And that's been fun. And we're still today the biggest distillery in the state. And I'm still having fun every day doing it.
That's great. That's awesome.
But it was Thanksgiving 2022.
So just a few years ago, we're in 2025. We're like a week away from Thanksgiving. It's 2025.
Yep.
So you're talking 3 years ago.
3 years ago, this coming week, it's the weekend, and I'm on the couch with 3 generations of my family watching Top Gun Maverick, of all things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I got a call. And it's from the largest shareholder, Lucky Bucket, the guy I sold my equity to.
Okay.
And I thought, this is the call I've been waiting for 10 years. And I was like, I should take this. And I looked around the room, looked at my wife. I'm like, but if I take this call, my wife's going to cut me. And I love my wife. And so I did not take that phone call. And I called the guy back the following Monday, and he's like, hey, and he had the audacity to say, will you come back and run this place? I said, absolutely not.
Why would you?
Yeah. I said, but I'll buy it from you. He's like, oh, we don't want to sell. I'm like, okay. Well, good luck. And I figured you'd call me back in 3 or 4 months. Call me back in 4 days. And we started, negotiating. And, when you're negotiating, generally the person who throws out the number first loses.
Okay.
But I gave it a lot of thought on, the condition of the business, what it was going to take. And I gave an offer. And it was like the movies. Oh my God, that is an insulting offer. I'm not, that's so low, I'm not even gonna share it with the rest of the ownership group. So, okay, good luck. And over the course of 4 months, my offer was here, theirs started here, and it just did this. And I was steadfast.
You kept your offer basically where it was.
I kept it where it was. And here's why. I knew what it was gonna take to rebuild it.
Yeah.
So my wife is a professor at Creighton.
Okay.
And so we're in DC, she's speaking at some international conference. I'm tagging along, distiller husband, fool around. I played a little golf. And so this guy calls me. He's a great friend of mine. But I'm steadfast. And they do this thing, this down. Triemert, you gotta give me something. I go, all right, I'll come up 25 grand. Done.
Just like that?
Just like that. I'm by myself in a hotel room in DC. And I was like, cool. And so we ended up closing on June 16th of 2023. So think about how long that took.
Oh my God.
And also, I didn't need it, but there was one piece that I did really need.
What?
We were in the old market. We can't go up, we can't go north, south, east, or west. We are landlocked 100%. And we're doing production in 2,000 square feet. So during the day, we're putting raw materials and finished goods in the alley in an entertainment district all day long.
Talk about constraints.
Yeah, it was so inefficient. We were playing what I called commercial Tetris.
Yeah.
Just moving shit around. If it was raining or snowing, we were screwed. Oh. And so I needed more space and capacity.
Sure.
And
this was the need.
This was the need.
Yeah.
I didn't buy this back out of ego, out of a FU, none of that. I really could use all of this capacity.
Right.
So, I mean, we've got 10 times more space. We have 20,000 square feet.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's a beer factory out here.
Yeah.
And so it made economic sense. And I knew what the kitchen was building. So we had to basically immediately shut this place down, because if we didn't fix everything right away,
yeah,
it would never get done. So we shut it down and kept everybody on payroll. That was expensive.
That is expensive.
And
how many people?
We have 35 employees.
Oh my God. So yeah, you're talking.
And we were still operating downtown. But think of this, we were still landlocked down there. We didn't have enough capacity for Brickway. And we started trying to make Lucky Bucket beer down there at the same time. It was very shitty.
Oh my God, it had to be insane.
I mean, so we had out of stocks, but there was just not a better way to do it.
Sure.
I mean, we came in here, we pulled out the concrete. We put in new plumbing,
really?
Electrical, HVAC, new equipment, new grain handling, like soup to nuts, brand new tap room. These walls work here.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How much did that cost?
When they started here and I started here,
yeah,
I went all the way back up.
Oh my God. But you had an idea that that's where you were going to end up.
I knew that's what it was going to cost, but it's still terrifying. And that's right when interest rates went up.
Yeah.
And like the timing sucks. But it is what it is. This is my passion. I love what we do. I've got a great team here. Without my team, we wouldn't be doing this well.
So you have 35 people here.
No, between both.
Oh, between both facilities.
Yep.
Okay. But that's still a payroll. I mean, that's
payroll.
That's a load to carry.
Yep.
When you have one distillery completely shut down, distillery and brewery.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow. So now you have both.
Now we have both.
You have Cut Spike and Brickway.
First class facility out here at Cut Spike and Lucky Bucket now, which I love. And then down in the old market, we still make all of the whiskey downtown because the still designs are different from here to there. So I couldn't make Brickway on these stills if I wanted to.
So you're only making cut spike here.
Yep.
And you're only making Brickway and Brickway.
Yes. But we're making all the Brickway beer here because equipment design doesn't affect beer the way still design affects whiskey.
So at Brickway, are they pot stills?
They are pot stills,
Okay.
but differently designed.
All right, and we'll talk about that in another episode. You can see that.
You got to watch that episode because it's cool science.
Can't wait. This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
So Zach, where do they find cut spike whiskey or Brickway whiskey? How do they get it? What is it?
Honestly, we're selling only in Nebraska.
So very limited distribution.
Yes. So road trip. So, I mean, you can get us at the grocery stores here, but if you're going to road trip to Nebraska, come to Omaha to the source. Come see us downtown at Lucky Bucket or at Brickway and out in La Vista at Lucky Bucket. We love doing tours. It's fun. I love it here. And yeah. By the way, if you come here and say you saw this on Whiskey Cookers, we'll give you a 25% discount on what you want to go.
25% discount just because you saw the episode.
Yep.
You can find us at thegreatamericanwhiskeycookers.com. Like us on the socials, on YouTube, like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell. You'll get notified of future videos. If you really like and want to support the show, go to Patreon. You can become a member. We would really appreciate it. Zach, we end every episode with the same toast. If you can't be good at it. Cheers. Yeah, that's way too
Is it
much
my
fun.
pocket?
Yeah, where's your pocket at? Yeah.
Maybe let me take the other shit out of my pocket.
Let me just clip it on the back here, if that's okay. There you go.
Don't get fresh.
Yeah. He's married.
Yeah.
Am I starting off from the beginning? Okay.
Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's fine.